Exciting startup that is there, and this is a Pune-based electric cycle maker, Emotorad. Now, this is a company where cricketer Mahendra Singh Dhoni had made some investments in the company in the last month. It's set up. Now, what's exciting is that they've set up their phase one and they've built its factory in Pune. We're going to talk about all of that. What's the strategy? What's the plan ahead for the company? We do have Kunal Gupta, who's the founder and CEO at Emotorad, joining in with us. Kunal, very good evening. Thank you so much for joining in with us. Let's start by this, right? The ECycle gigafactory that you're talking about, that is going to be built in 4 phases, is what the company has highlighted. And that makes the company, it'll become South Asia's biggest integrated e-cycle gigafactory and the largest outside China. What's your thought on that? What is the strategy? How are you going to move forward with this? And this is going to be post the phase of 2, 3, and 4. Right now, you're on phase 1. So, yes, what is all that about? What is the factory about? Could you talk to us about that?
So we're building, as you rightly said, right? We're building the South Asia's largest integrated e-cycle factory. What does it mean, right? We're building the powertrain in-house. This factory, which is in the first phase spread across 2.5 lakh square feet, will be developing 4 key components that goes into e-bike, which is the battery, motor, charger, and the display. Apart from this, it will have a capacity of building 500,000 units annually of e-bikes. Basically, these e-bikes are produced for the domestic market as well as for exporting to international markets, Avan.
Kunal, if you could just highlight a bit more for our viewers in terms of, what is it that going to be manufactured here in terms of, we understand some things like batteries, motors are there. What more is going to be in this factory? And also, we understand that you're building some sort of a product range, expanding your product range. So if you could talk to us about that as well.
So we started investing on technology around a year back before getting into the core manufacturing of it. So R&D technology, we have an R&D tech center in Bangalore, wherein we have been working on these components and getting it done in-house. Now is the time when we are going towards the scale. So we plan to develop this complete tech in-house because e-bike as a whole concept is a very new technology here in India. We couldn't figure out a lot of vendors who are making it at the quality standards which Europe and the US requires and the certifications which Europe and the US requires. I believe it's India's decade where India needs to go out and build a manufacturing hub for the Western world. And that is what we are intending to do with this. The quality supply chain, the quality manufacturing which is needed for the Western world, I think that is what we are building with the new infrastructure.
Kunal, just talk to us about in terms of overall, it's a 240,000 square feet facility. So when are you going to be inaugurating, around a time limit on that, a timeline on that, as well as, the capacity it has? What is it that, how many e-cycles could we expect from there? What is it?
So at the core, we are building this factory in 4 phases, spread across 1 million square feet. The first phase, which is 2.5 lakh square feet, will be live by August of 15th. We start the production just post our Independence Day. That is when we plan to launch it. At the core, EMotorad is a powertrain drivetrain company. While people look at us as an e-bike company, we've built a very strong, smart powertrain. At this base, we'll be developing multiple more products, which we'll see in the coming future.
Also talk about the company's network and dealers and the experiences that you have across India. If you could give a highlight in terms of how many dealers are there, how is the working going?
So we are present in 72 plus cities right now, over 300 plus dealers in the country. Of course, we're expanding more with the new age products that we're developing, more economical products that we're developing. We're entering the tier 3, tier 4 markets of the town where the real use cases of commute are being built. So yeah, the distribution today lies at 300 stores in India. Apart from this, there's online presence, and of course, we're the highest seller on all e-com platforms for this category. Apart from India, we are present in 4 more countries, which is Europe, Japan, UAE, and Australia. So these are the 4 countries where we are doing our brand retail sales. We have an office in Spain from where we do the whole distribution of Europe.
Obviously we have seen about the recent fundings that have come in from, Mahendra Singh Dhoni in the month of April. Before that, also in November 2023, there was a Series B funding. Could you just talk to us about the growth outlook for the company going forward?
Yeah, so we've around 5 months ago, we raised a Series B round of $20 million. the growth plan is pretty simple. We are developing this factory wherein we need to cater more and more demand. There's a lot of demand sitting across the globe. We intend to scale that. This particular year, we closed at a revenue of 145 crores. In the coming year, we have clear pathway to reaching a 300 crore, while 40% of that coming from the domestic market. So in the domestic market this year, we also intend to grow additional 300% year itself.